Butterfly Beauty. I was inspired to create a look based on Instagram trends. I have a cut crease. I use the new Tartelette and Bloom palette to create this eye look. I'm loving this palette. It has gorgeous warm earthy tones which will really make green, blue, and hazel eyes pop. This wouldn't be Instagram makeup without a contour and highlight on fleek. I've used the new Makeup Geek contour powders and I'm loving the buttery formula and the intense pigmentation. And then I have an ombre lip. I ventured from the traditional matte ombre and did a glossy ombre. I started off priming the skin with the Dr. Brandt Pores No More. Absolutely love this primer for its smoothing effect. Then I applied the RMS Living Luminizer, an all-natural cream highlighter to the high points of my face. The trick for achieving that Instagram glow is to layer your highlighters. For foundation, I used the Clinique Beyond Perfecting Foundation plus Concealer. I applied it to the skin with the super-sized doe foot applicator that comes with it and blended it out with the Sigma F80 flat top kabuki brush. This foundation definitely provides full coverage and gives a nice satin finish to the skin. I used to work for Clinique and I loved the original formula of the Repairwear. It was my favorite foundation. And then they changed the formula and I didn't like it at all. But this foundation reminds me of the original formula of the Repairwear. To conceal my dark circles and really brighten the under eye area, I used the Becca Under Eye Brightening Corrector and applied it using the Sigma P82 Precision Round Brush. I'm using the MAC Prolongwear Concealer in NW15 to highlight the high points of my face, the areas that catch the light, and I blend it out with my damp beauty blender. Before concealing the under eye area, I'm just bouncing the beauty blender onto my skin to make sure that the foundation is well blended. And as always, I immediately go into set that under eye area with the MAC Pro Emphasized Shaping Powder in my Real Techniques contour brush to avoid creasing. Next, I'm redampening my beauty blender with my Rosewater spray, and I'm using the CoverFix Illuminating Powder to set the center portion of my face. The redampened beauty blender and the pressing motion will really help melt the powder into the skin. I want a sheer application of powder to the cheek area so the other powders go on nice and smooth, and that's why I use a brush for this purpose. Moving on to eyes, I'm setting my brow hairs in place with the Anastasia Clear Brow Gel. I will link my brow routine in the description bar down below. To prime my lids for shadow, I'm using the MAC Soft Ochre Paint Pot. Then from the area of my crease to my brow bone, I'm setting it with the MAC eyeshadow in Blanc Type. We're going to be cutting our crease today, so that is why I'm leaving my lid portion unset. For my transition shade, I'm using Flower Child, which is a peachy nude, and on a Morphe 433 brush, I'm blending it into my upper crease using windshield wiper motions. Next, I'm taking Jet Setter, a warm taupe, on a Smith 230 brush, and I'm applying it using windshield wiper motions into the crease right below the transition color. I'm carving out the crease with Activist, a dark brown, using a small angled brush, and then taking Jet Setter, I'm blending out the top portion of the crease. I'm going to be repeating this process a couple more times as we go in to darken the crease and blend out the top portion. You don't want to blend anything onto the crease and below because you want it to be darkest in the crease and fade up. Now I'm taking Sweetheart, a matte peach, on a Sigma E30 pencil brush to blend out the upper portion of the crease, which will add a nice warmth to this area. Again, I'm redarkening the crease, this time with a pointed liner brush. Now I'm taking soft ochre on a Smith 302 brush to clean up the lid, aka cut the crease. I'm slightly feathering the crease up towards the brow. Now I'm taking Charmer, an off-white matte shadow, and I'm applying it to the lid area using a small shader brush. Moving to the lower lash line, I'm using the Maybelline Precise Skinny Gel Pencil on my lower waterline. Then I'm stamping out my lower lash line with Activist and blending that out with Sweetheart. Now with an eyeshadow that matches your skin tone, I'm using a Morphe E36 pencil brush to clean out the outer edge of my eye to ensure that it's nice and crisp. I lined my upper lash line with the Smashbox gel liner and applied the Ardell Demi Wispies off camera. Moving back to the complexion, I'm adding warmth with the Makeup Geek Contour Powder in Love Triangle. This is the warm porcelain shade, and I'm applying this using a Sephora Pro Flawless powder brush to my cheek area and jawline. To bronze my forehead, I'm going to be switching to a small contour brush to give a more precise application. I'm very fair, so I need to be careful to avoid looking like an Oompa Loompa. A contour and highlight on fleek are quintessential to achieving Instagram makeup. I'm using the Makeup Geek Contour Powder in Breakup, and I'm applying it to the high point of the hollows of my cheekbones with the Sigma P84 brush and blending that out with the same Sigma small contour brush that we used on our forehead. With the product that's left over on the P84 brush, I'm applying it to the bridge of my nose. In order to really define the areas we contoured, I'm applying the MAC StudioFix powder right underneath the hollow of my cheekbones into the sides and center of my nose. Now for an Instagram glow, I'm spraying my Sigma High Cheekbone Highlighter brush with Fix Plus, and I'm going to be applying Crushed Pearl to the high points of my cheekbones, bringing it up into a C shape to right above my brow, and then I'm applying it to my chin area. Then I will be taking a small detailer brush and applying the highlighter down the center of my nose, on my cupid's bow, in the inner corner of my eye, and also to highlight the arch of my brow. For blush, I'm using Nars' Sin, which is plum colored with gold shimmer. It's a cool tone blush, but the golden shimmer makes it almost neutral in tone. It'll definitely complement the balance of warm and cool tones that we have going on the eyes. Now I'm just softly blending the blush, bronzer, and highlight together so they grow from acquaintances to good friends. And I am melting the powders into the skin by spraying my Rosewater spray. If I owned the Veronica Liquid Lipstick by Anastasia, I would totally wear it for this look. Sold out everywhere, super annoying. So I decided to create my own glossy ombre version of Veronica using MAC's Lipliner in Chestnut and Gerard Cosmetics Lip Gloss in Plum Crazy. So that's some Instaglam for you. I will see you in my next one. You are beautiful inside and out.